Hey everybody, this is Doc and I hope you're having a great day. Today, to up your guitar game, we're going to look at some fretboard exercises for the fingers. Alright, so what kind of gear are we going to need for this? Well, you're going to need a guitar. I strongly recommend you use an acoustic, but if you have to use an electric, do it dry. You can even play it without plugging it in, but if you plug it in, no effects, no reverb, no nothing. You want as dry a signal as possible because you want to hear your mistakes. Another piece of gear that you're going to need, a metronome. Now I can hear you saying right now, ooh, I don't like playing to a metronome. Good. That means it's hard. That means that you have a place to improve. The metronome is an incredibly harsh taskmaster. There's nowhere to hide. But again, this is really good. If you can play to a metronome and play to a metronome fairly well, then you can play to a drummer. You can play to a click track. The type of metronome that you're most likely to use is going to be something on your phone, whether it's iOS, Android, or perhaps some other operating system. You can probably find a metronome that's got lots and lots of features on it that will show you exactly what tempo you're at, may even give you some additional information, and might have some other features like a tuner or a recorder. You can find dozens of examples of different metronomes. You can try out a few, they're not terribly expensive, and use the one that suits you the best. Well, here's some rules. We want one finger per fret, right, going up and down. We want the notes to ring out as cleanly as possible. We want the notes to ring out as long as possible. We want equal volume with each of the notes. And that's going to make or break the way this sounds. You'll know when you screw up. Drop your finger onto the fretboard. Keep it there as you apply the second finger going up. Keep them down with the third. And keep them down with the fourth. What this is going to do is the stronger fingers are going to support the weaker fingers. Also, as you pick, you're going to do alternate picking. You're going to alternate the up and the down strokes as you do this exercise. Once you complete a string, your 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to do it on the next string up. Now the GIT method of noting strings is that this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 5, and this is the 6. I was never very good at that, so I always think of the big one as 1 and 2 and then 3. So I'm going to attempt to do the GIT numbering system. I may fail. So when you're done on the 6th string, sixth, your next set of notes are going to be on the 5th string. Then we're going to go up to the 4th, go to the 3rd, go to the 2nd, and then up to the 1st. Then we're going to slide up the whole shebang to the next set of frets, and we're going to go down, 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 from the 1st string to the 6th string, picking up all the strings on the way. Then when that's done, we get to go up. And basically the exercise repeats on a different set of frets. I know that most people are focused on speed and they want to get faster and they want to be a blazing guitar player. And that's great. I find that doing it slower in some ways is harder because you have to train yourself not to anticipate the beat. You will rush. You don't want to rush. You have to wait for that next beat. Got our metronome going, 65 BPM, adagio. Easy, right? I mean, gosh, that's slow. What could possibly go wrong? Don't come from outer space to your frets. That's a big waste of motion, a big waste of effort. Rah. No. Try to hover. Try to keep your fingertips as close to this fretboard as possible. And that's going to give you a much more efficient motion. Ready? 2, do, good. Okay, that's the 12th fret, and I'm going to stop there. So what did I do? I mean, I clammed notes. I didn't have the volumes across all the different notes the same. Some were quieter, some were louder. There were areas where I rushed. I rushed a note. God, I wanted to get that note. Come on, note. And there's areas where I dragged because I told myself to slow down because I rushed. You'll generate a lot of inner monologue as you do this if you're trying to reach perfection. So slow isn't necessarily easy. There's a point at which my fingers were starting to burn, like, oh, this is hard. Okay, so I've bumped up the speed to 72 beats per minute, and instead of just 4s all the way up, we're going to do 5s because we're going to include the open string. Now, since we're alternate picking, up, down, it's going to change your picking when you go to the next string, because now instead of starting on the downstroke, when you switch strings, you're going to start on the upstroke, and then when you switch strings again, you're going to start on the downstroke. So there's an additional challenge here. Ready? Go. Another alternative exercise that you can do is to incorporate things like hammer-ons and slides So you can go from the open E to this, slide it, and pick the note. Then drop the next finger, slide it, drop the next finger, slide it, pick the note, drop the next finger, slide it, pick the note. Instead of staying on the same string, you go up a string as you go up a fret. Not really easy. Try that one on. That one's not real easy. You can also try to descend in the same way. Back up. Man, that's rough. That is... If you're finding that you're making a ton of mistakes at a given speed, back it down. Speed will come. You want to drill in precision. They say practice makes perfect. No. Perfect practice makes perfect. And that's an important distinction. Okay, thanks for watching this episode of Your Guitar Game. My name is Doc, and remember, it's the mind, the ear, the hands, and the gear. Hope you enjoyed the fretboard exercises, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I guess we'll just do a bunch of them and see if we end up with anything useful. What do you think? This is going to go on forever. Blah. What are you trying to achieve? I don't know. Oh, it's a truck. A diesel. Whoosh. Go.